Hello. Today we have a session, trades review session, and also I will try to make some trades if I see good opportunity because now market is in a strong downward trend. It's about indices. Nasdaq is falling down, but I already made some trades and we can mark our levels which we can use for trading today. I think the best one here is around 12,359. Another one will be here. And also we can look for, actually I can see big volumes right here, so maybe price can fall down just from that place. But okay, we can try to find a good trade here. The volumes are good. There is a level. I don't like what I see on S&P 500. But maybe we can make a trade here. I just need a confirmation, proper confirmation, because volume is only a part of the trade. We need more parameters for a trade, like we need a proper level, we need proper timing, and here we have only like, okay, big volume. That's not enough. And we have only a limited level, like a sell zone we can call it, where we can open a trade. So if price goes higher, we skip this trade. This is 1 hour time frame here, and this is 1 minute, or maybe it's 15 seconds. Yeah, it's 15 seconds, and this is 5-minute time frame. Okay, we can just make a small trade, like micro contract here, because I'm not sure, I don't see proper level at this place. But I like the volume. I like that volume. It's really big. And we have a downward trend here, so we may succeed here. And also we can look at crude oil today, but it's like not very volatile anymore. I can see big volumes as well, and the volumes appeared at a proper level, so we may have a good trade there. But it's that level is quite far. It's around 60 ticks from the current price, so I'm not sure we will get it in 1 hour. Okay, we can place stop loss to break even because I don't see a proper scenario here. I don't see a proper reaction, and I'm not sure the price will drop down here. And actually we have a nice trade for review, because that's what I want to discuss with you guys today. It's about a good trades, because okay, let's see. Like I got a trade from some trader, and it's good trade, yeah, because it was done by a downward trend. There is a good profit on it. But what I don't like in this kind of trades, like you never know if price drops at that point, because there are no good levels here. We can't see any good level here. And the problem with such trades, that price can go a bit higher, then it can go a bit higher again, it can go a bit higher again, and it's like never ending story, you know. And you can, if you have a short stop loss, it means you will get stop loss here, you can get stop loss here, and you can get stop loss here. So like you got 3 stop losses, and maybe it's not, maybe your limit of trades is finished for the day and you're not able to catch the move that will happen maybe in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you don't know. So I prefer to trade from strong levels because the reaction on that kind of levels is easily predicted, and the reaction happens faster. You don't have to wait like 1 hour, 2 hours until something happens on that level. And you just made 1-2 trades per day on one instrument, and you can catch a good profit. Yeah, but there is another problem because if it happens that you missed that opportunity, so maybe you will not have any more trades during the current day. If you lost your opportunity, you missed it. But if you're really careful about that, you have some alerts, and you know what to do, so you will not miss it. You will not pass this opportunity. You will use it, and you will be able to earn good money. And this kind of trades, like here, yes, we see nice volumes. I can't say there are no level at all. We can see some levels here, many bounces, one here. So like there are quite many bounces from that level, and also there was bounce at that point. But this level is not really strong, and we don't know when price will go down. So we need a proper reaction, and this reaction is not easily predicted on these kind of levels. So we have to wait for a really good level, and it happens like 2-3 times per day maximum, and only that on this kind of levels you can have your good opportunity to open a trade. We will not make any further attempts here because it's like never ending story. Yeah, I know that price can drop anytime, anywhere. Like it can drop right here, but we don't have an entry point at that place. So for now we will skip trading on a Nasdaq, because the only place where we were able to make some trades, it was somewhere here. Now and that volume that is fit us, that was good for us, was only at that point. That's why we have opened that trade. But now the volumes are low. They just regular volumes. I can't say that they are big. They can stop the movement higher, and I will skip these trades here. But we have also crude oil. Let's see it. I think you can open it right here. And the level that I told you about is 80.08. I have alert here. So when price reaches that level, we can open a trade. And actually we can use also a limit order there, because it's like 70 ticks from the current price. It's a good distance. So I will open, I will place my limit order. I have no trades on crude oil today. So 80 point, even a bit higher. I think we can put 80.14. Stop loss here is 15 ticks. Is my regular stop loss for the crude oil. Maybe I will change it a bit after the trade is opened. But for now, we keep it like that. And I got a question in Russian. Is there a sense to look for volumes on the futures, Nasdaq futures? Not on the futures, but on ETF. I never compared the real volumes on ETF, and I am not sure who follows whom. Yeah, if futures follows ETF or it's opposite. But I think the volumes on Nasdaq futures are much bigger. It's easily to check. On the QQQ we can see really good volumes as well on the top of this move. Actually it's similar to what we have seen on the Nasdaq. Yeah, the volumes are big on QQQ. But I don't think there is a big difference between, I mean, not the amount of volume, but their size, like comparative to each other. Because I'm not looking for numbers when I trade. It's really not important which numbers you can see here, because every time you can have different volumes. like today we can have small volumes, tomorrow we can have bigger volumes, like in 3 months situation can change. And we can see like for now we can have like 205,000 contracts here, and in half year or 3 months it will like double or twice less. So we never know how many volumes we will have tomorrow. So what I do, usually I do just comparative check. I'm trying to understand the difference between volumes during the current day. Because we are trading today, we are making decision today, and the most important information we can get only today. We are not looking for yesterday or what happened 2 years ago. It doesn't matter, because today the situation could be different. So we need to understand that the most important information, usually you can have it today, real time. And now I don't see good levels for sell for Nasdaq. Yeah, we had that opportunity, but the price didn't show proper reaction on that level. This is crude oil. So we made a proper decision to move a stop loss to break even, because as we can see the price continues to go higher. Yeah, we can see good volumes. They are bigger, much bigger than volumes at the bottom of this movement, and they're increasing, but the price continues to rise. And that's what happens. And that's why I'm saying that you need a proper level to trade. You need a strong level for opening a trade. Otherwise, you will have like a lot of trades, a lot of losses, and you will be easily tired. Okay, there is one more comment. I would buy Nasdaq from 12,300. Okay, let's see. Can we buy Nasdaq? Oh no, it's too late, 12,300 is a bit late. I have another question for you. Where will you put stop loss? If you have entry point at 12,300, where will you have a stop loss? Because it's quite big distance. It's $1,000, more than $1,000. If you place your stop loss here, and be sure that price easily can go from 12,300. It can easily go to the bottom of this movement. It can pierce 12,240, and yeah, then it can rise again. But you can get a stop loss, and it's quite big. You're saying to 12,238. Yeah, that's what I mean. The price can pierce that level and go higher. And it usually happens on Nasdaq. If you open a chart, it happens many times. Like, let's see what happened. 8 February. For example, yeah. So it's similar. we're seeing dramatic decrease in price. Then price goes through that level and it starts rising. And like we can look at 7 February. It happened twice, yeah. Actually, in this case, there was no breakthrough, but later, in few hours, the price broke through that level. So if you know Nasdaq, usually it make a deep retest. So it means in our case, not anymore. I don't think that price will go below 12,240 anymore, because we can see a good reaction here, and it's quite nice reaction for looking at buy trade, long trade. But at that point, like 12,300, is still not clear if price can go higher or not. It doesn't matter if you trade micro Nasdaq or if you trade like big contract. I think it doesn't matter, because if you trade micro, it's not because you have like a huge account. Yeah, Friday is not a good day. I agree. I told you on the last webinar that usually I skip Fridays. I don't like to trade on Friday because the volatility in the first in the European session is usually low, and only like afternoon we can have nice volatility, because sometimes we have news. Usually we have news on Friday, but the volatility is good only during this news period, and then it goes not very good. So Nasdaq is really good instrument, is my favorite. Usually I trade Nasdaq mostly. Rarely I trade crude oil, natural gas, and some others. You can see it here. Usually I have stop losses around 30 ticks. Yeah, it should be corrected after the trade is opened, but usually it's around 30 ticks, so it's much lower than 300 ticks. Yeah, it's 10 times lower. Because if you open a trade at 12,300 and you have stop loss at 12,238, it means your stop loss is 250 ticks. And using my strategy, you can make lower risk. You can have lower stop losses, smaller. But we are not trading Nasdaq anymore until it reaches a good level. So you can achieve small stop loss only if you trade from a good levels. Otherwise, you have to make this kind of trades like open, close, open, close. You will have many trades because you have to test. You have to see how it goes. Yeah, and like here, we don't have like really strong level. We have some kind of average level, intermediate, we can call it. Yeah, I show you real time. Like today, if you talk about crude oil, I'm trying to open a trade at 80.14 because it's a good level. Today I can show you some of my trades. I have some attempts to sell Nasdaq, but you can have many different strategies, many different approaches how to trade. Like try to make one good trade per day, make it from a good level, or you can try to make it from like intermediate levels, but you have to do many trades, like until you catch this whole movement, like here. And I trade only micro contracts if I don't see any strong levels. And today I traded, like, I don't have any trade on a big contract today. I can show you it's empty. But on micro I made many trades, and it's only because I haven't seen like nice strong levels. So you can make many trades until you catch when price really goes down. You can understand what will happen, but it's not enough. It's not enough because price can go higher every time you open a trade. Like you can see here, the first trade open here, I have small stop loss, I reopen it again, small stop loss, reopen same price. I understand price will not go lower, I close it, then I reopen a few times, I close partially, and finally I get it. Yeah. Then I understand the price will go lower. I'm trying to catch the trend. I move my stop loss to break even here, and the price reached that level. And if you want to make like 1-2 trades per day, you need strong levels. Today for crude oil, the strong level is 80.14. For Nasdaq, I can tell you the nice level I can see today is, actually we can place it here, 12,270, and another one, yeah, that one is good, 12,400. And until the price is in a, like we can call it range zone, I do not recommend to make any trades, because even if we have nice volumes, like this is a level, yeah, we have nice volumes here. You can check also box chart. Yeah, it's really big volumes for that time. For 12 o'clock is really good. But we can open a trade here only on a secondary test. So what we can do here, we can wait until price comes here again one more time, and only on a second approach I can open a trade here, because I can't say it's a strong level. I can't call it a strong level. I can say it's like intermediary level. So let's wait. We still have one half hour for trading. And we can, if you have some ideas about any other instruments, you can say You can type it here. I will check it. Maybe we'll have some more trades on another instruments. We can look at gold. We had a nice pattern on gold today, really good. Because I can see a false breakout here, and it's one of the most I can see one of the most favorite trade signals, and I think it's the most precise, most profitable, and we could have a long trade at these points. The first one here and another one is here. The first one we will get a stop loss, and the second one you can see it will succeed. But now I can't say that price reached some good levels, because we can look for long trades. Here, and you can look for short trades here. And here we are not looking for any trade. I'm using box chart. Actually, you can see what I'm using here. Yeah, I tried to put everything I use on this small screen, because usually I have like much more windows opened, but I can't show you all. And you can see all instruments I use here. I don't use anything else. That's enough. Actually, I'm using more time frames of each instrument I trade. I need higher time frames, and usually I think you need like 3-4 time frames per instrument to have proper understanding and to have clear information about what happens on the market. And I have a question about Nasdaq. Anyway, we are waiting for the price to approach this level again one more time. I have alert here, so whenever price comes here, we can look what happens and we can open a trade there. I'm trying to find levels on 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes time frame, and then I'm looking for a confirmation on a lower time frames. That helps me to make more precise trades with a low risk, because my strategy is a low risk strategy. As you can see, I'm having only 30 ticks stop loss on a Nasdaq, which is really low. But to have this low risk, you need to look for lower time frames. And that's why I'm using a box chart. This is 15 seconds. This is 5 minutes time frame, because on a lower time frame you can have faster confirmation. It will be not better. That's why you can have like few stop losses in a row sometimes. And crude oil shows attempt to go higher. That's good for us because we have a limit order at 80.14. Guys, I'm not using any delta charts. I'm not using it because I found it useless. I'm using volumes, clusters. I'm using levels. Actually, I think you can see delta, some kind of delta here, just like by accident. I'm not looking at it at all. I'm trying to simplify my trading as much as possible because trading by itself gives a lot of confusion and you never know what is good, what is not good. Yeah, we can't know future. So if you have too much information, yeah, you can get a confusion easily. But if your trading strategy is simple, like you can have level, you look for a volume on that level, you assess the strength of the level, you look for the reaction, and that's all. So we can analyze only 3 parameters: volume, time, and price. And you don't need anything else. I hope price on the crude oil will go higher so you can see how this level was worked out. And we have to wait. Trading is about waiting. You can't make trade every minute. Yeah, you can, but the result, I'm sure you will not like it. And to have good results, you have to wait. And I can say that situation on S&P is actually much better for trading than on a Nasdaq. I missed it, but it looks like we have a really good entry point here. We had, not anymore, but we had a really good entry point because this is the strongest level for today. And it was broken through falsely, and there was a nice volume. There were nice volumes. So let's place some alerts here as well, and see what happens. Yeah, that price can reach that level. Still not far away. And because if we look at the Nasdaq, we will see that the strongest level was not breached today. So the Nasdaq is much weaker than S&P. I think my most favorite instrument is Nasdaq. It's fast. I want like faster results, you know. I think many people do, but for some traders it's not easy because it's really fast and it's volatile. So some traders need slow instruments to have time for making a decision, you know. Very good question. Volume, time, and price are important. What about trend in your strategy? Trend is your friend. And if you follow the trend, you will make your life easier. If you do not follow the trend, you will have a lot of troubles. Trust me. So always try to follow the trend. The reason is how to understand what kind of trend we have, because like if you look at this chart, this piece of chart, we can say we have a uptrend. Am I right? If you look at the 1 hour time frame on a piece of it, yes, we can call it a downtrend. It's nice question, really. I like it, but we don't have enough time to talk about it. But what I can say that actually we always open trades against a trend, always. But we can open a trade against like minor trend. But if you follow the main trend, it's okay. For example, the main trend for me now is downward movement, so I can call it a downtrend, and I'm looking for short trades here. But also, if I'm looking for small target, I can open a long trades. So you can trade any side. You can short, you can long. It depends on your goal. Okay. So if you're looking for like 10 ticks, you can go long and you can go short. If you're looking for 100 ticks, better follow the trend, like on a 1 hour time frame. If you're looking for 1000 ticks, look for a daily time frame. So depending on your goal, you choose your time frame, working time frame, and you determine the trend. Is it clear? For example, if we want to take like 300 ticks, I will look only for short trades right now. If I'm okay with 30-50 ticks, I can go long, and I can do it somewhere at this place. So guys, what else we have? Which instruments you trade? What we can look for? I know that some traders are trading currencies like euro, dollar. Yeah, that's good. Daily trend and levels are really strong. I don't think you will have many trades, maybe like 2-3 trades maximum per week, but that's enough. That's what I'm trying to do usually. because you can make your life easier when you trade higher time frames. Because if you trade like 5-minute time frames, if you're looking for levels in a 5-minute time frame or even lower, I know that some traders trading from 1-minute time frame levels, and it's it's a mess, you know. But when you're looking for really strong levels at daily time frame, even 4 hours time frame, that's good. You will not have many trades, but the quality of these trades and the amount of money you can make are really nice. So it's best trading strategy to look for a daily and 4 hours and maybe even sometimes hourly time frames. Yeah, that's why we have to trade here on lower time frames. But it does matter, because if you trade from daily time frames, you can close, you can have a good daily profit during a day as well. You will not have many trades, but the reason I like strong levels, because the reaction is good, and you can have like few percent of bounce from a good level just in few hours, and that's enough to make a good daily profit. And it's not necessarily to have the trade overnight and keep it for like 3, 5, 10 days or 1 week. You can do it, but it forces you to make much more trades that you used to do. Okay, USD CAD. We don't have USD CAD as USD CAD, but we have 6C, which is the same. It's Canadian dollar. Let's look 1 hour time frame. So we reached a nice level on a Canadian, but there is no proper reaction to the level. So I guess it will go higher. And I do not recommend to look for short trades here, but we can look for long trades. Maybe we can look for a short trade only after a false breakout. So I will show you some scenario which you can use here. The first one for long and another one for a short. I will mark our levels, and I will give you my scenarios here. So the first one, if you are looking for, we can see a range here, and usually when price ranges on the upper zone of its movement, so we can expect it will go higher. So what we can do here, we can buy, and we have level. We can expect price goes to that level, and we look for a volume. If volumes are appropriate and they are on the level, we can open a trade. But we need a confirmation, because the highs are going lower, and depending from which point price will approach to the level, we can make a decision to open a trade here or no. And so the best way, like the best solution here, because we have these lower highs, is to expect a false breakout and to open a trade after a false breakout. And yeah, actually it's all about false breakouts here, because the reaction on the level is not good. We could have opened a trade here, but it was few hours ago, not anymore, and the reaction is bad, reaction is weak. So the next scenario you can trade here is a false breakout again of the upper boundary of that range, and it will give you really nice signal. You can have a low risk trade here. I'm not sure the price will go higher than, I can tell you how much, like maybe 10-15 ticks. You can have a stop loss here. So actually not much. So that's what I see on a Canadian. And we can also expect price goes higher on a Nasdaq. I'm still interested in that short trade at 12,360. I don't have these big levels. I understand strong levels and weak levels. Strong levels are the levels which are formed by strong buyers or sellers. And weak levels that are formed, that are not formed by strong buyers or sellers. So if you are looking for a Canadian, I can say that this level is formed by really strong buyers and sellers, because we can see a reaction on that level in previous days and weeks. Many bounces at that level, really nice reaction. Bounces are strong, but not anymore. That's why I expect that price can go further, it can go higher. And all other levels are not formed by strong buyers or sellers, because there are no reaction on them, or reaction is weak. Because actually, why price is reversed? Have you ever thought about that? Just think about it. Why price is reversing? Why it stops at some points? And if you understand why, you can have the answer which levels are strong and which levels are not strong. And a few weeks ago on one of the webinars I gave here, I already told about that, so you can find an answer in my previous webinars. Just follow them through, and I think you will find an answer. Or you can think about it. if it goes to 7,500, up to here. It's a long way. It may take a few days maybe until price goes there. And it will not definitely happen here today. Yeah, definitely not today. Could you explain the process of setting the round volume figures? Yeah, you're right. That is the big trade function. It's really useful. If you do not use it, try. It's really helpful. It helps to find the entry point faster, and it like extra confirmation you can get. I don't have any on Canadian because I don't trade it, but on all other instruments I showed you before, you can see these rounds. Even on a gold. No, I haven't set up it on a gold. I rarely trade gold, but Nasdaq, crude oil, No, I have another question. So for you, big sell or big buy orders don't matter. Why? It matters because I'm using this. See, I'm using this rounds. It's a big buy orders or big sell orders. But I do not defer them. It doesn't matter for me if there were a big buy or big sell order. It does matter, really it does matter. But it matters if there was a big order. Does matter sell or buy. But big orders matters. That's why I'm marking them on my chart. Because buy or sell, it's like a kind of delta again, and I find delta useless. It just drags your attention to nowhere and let you think about some strange stuff you don't need. So let's look at Nasdaq again. Like I told you, you can make any trade, any side. You can buy, you can sell. All it matters is your target. So for now, I can look for a buy trade. Because I think the price can go higher at that place. I can't say it's a good level here. But if you're looking for a trade for like 80 ticks, that level can make a good job. It doesn't mean I will buy immediately, yes. Anyway, I need a confirmation. I need like good volumes. I need proper reaction. And guys, we are out of time. Okay, let's finish this trade. try to make it even lower, maybe like that. I cancelled my order because I don't see a proper reaction. So I think price will go further down, and maybe I will open a trade after it breaks through this low. I'm looking for the volume. And I know that my target could not be higher than like 12,327, maybe even lower. So it's not like a good trade. And we need support. When we are opening a trade, we need the support for buy trades. I don't see any support, any strong support. So the next stop is around here. It's marked. Actually, it's like from 12,265 up to 12,245. I think the next stop will be here. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure having you here. Hope it was helpful for you. See you next week. You can prepare your trades if you want to review some of your trades. You can send them by Google form, or also you can no, I don't think you can do it in this chat, because usually YouTube doesn't allow to send any links. So if you want to discuss some of your trades, you can prepare it for next time and send them to our support team. Have a good day, have a good evening. Hope to see you again next time. Yeah, maybe we can have some kind of chat in Telegram. Yeah, it's a good idea. So you can send your trades there and we can have some discussion in the chat. Yeah, I will think about it, and I think I will create this chat next week, and I will let you know. Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you. Okay, guys, see you next week. I will prepare this chat for next time.